What's up, world? You know who it is. It's LcYaHeard. I am an artist and also a songwriter. I would say I'm even like an artist coach. So here's what we kind of want to do today. I'm going to take you on the journey in the process of how we came up with the song I'm Still
winning cause I'm sinning less. I'm still the best to ever rap in my head.
So I want to talk to you guys. I want to share a little bit of, some tips on preparation of how to become, more of a professional sound as opposed to an amateur sound, and share some of my personal tips on how I got prepared for this song with the amount of time that I had. So it was kind of on a whim, late notice. We're starting this higher faculty. And I got the beat probably, I would say, a couple hours before we actually figured out that we were going to the studio. So I've had access to Mr. Down's beats, but I've never really, sat down and studied them because we never had a plan to actually go and record it. I looked at it as an assignment. I had the beat on repeat for probably like an hour. So my regular task throughout the day, I'm doing a little bit of yard work, I'm cleaning, I got my headphones in, I'm counting the bars. I know if I need an 8, I know if I need a 16, I know when the hook's coming in. And I might not be thinking of lyrics in that time, but I'm humming a tune of how I'm gonna hit the beat. I'm still a paper and pencil guy. So on my desk back here, it's tons of pieces of paper. Look, I keep a whole stack on me at all times. I might write 2 or 3 words on one paper and toss it. I might write a verse to it that might be the first verse of the song, whatever works for you. But I'm a paper and pencil guy, so it's like an assignment to me. So, I get my verse ready. Once I get my verse ready, in my head, I repeat it over and over and over. You don't rap it out loud just yet. Then you kind of get your voice about it. You might mumble it, and then you just kind of feel like what type of energy you're gonna come with. Pulling up to the studio is somewhere I've never been. I don't know what type of vibe is gonna be in the room, how the lights are gonna be, because that's gonna set everything off. So it was nice, clean, open space. They had the picture on the back with all the famous rappers and stuff. It was a neat little setup. Once I stepped into the booth, what's big for me is latency and playback. So when I'm in the headphones, if I'm rapping and it's a little bit of delay, that's definitely gonna throw me off. I like to take my right ear off and have the left ear with the beat blasting so that I can make sure, my tones are right when I'm actually rapping. I don't ever want the producer to have the effects like auto-tune or reverb turned on when I'm recording. I wanna hear my raw voice, because when I'm here at my home studio practicing, I'm not mixing my own songs. I'm listening to the tracks of my raw voice, so I know what I gotta match when I get to the studio. So if it's a hook and I know I did 4 lows on it, or 2 lows, 2 highs, 4 different individual tracks on it, I want to be able to recognize my raw voice, because that's what can be replicated when you get to the studio. I did my first verse all the way through.
I got next, so I won't rest until the ATM is under my bed. Blue faces I've been.
And then I told him to play that back and let me rap with myself. That way that my voice was matching the same way I was practicing at home. So once he threw the effects on there, that's just allowing him to put his creativity in the mix, adding his reverbs, a little bit of auto-tune, and you'll hear it in the song. So just the hook in general is just how I feel about myself, man. No matter what I'm doing, that's just my little piece of ego I hold on to, and my confidence.
I'm still the best to ever do it, that you know. Whoa, I'm still riding through my city on the low, bro.
Not in an arrogant way, but that's just showing you my belief, so that, I'm still the best to ever do it, that that's just, my spirit. When it comes to the layers, I hear big, what I'm saying? I was in wind ensemble, I was in band, I was a musician. So I like to hear sound expanded. So I want to hear highs, I want to hear mids, I want to hear lows. And your voice is the most powerful instrument you have. It's the quickest one that you can replicate a sound. You can take it high, you can take it low in a second. So every time I hear hooks, me personally, I like as much layering as I can. So you might have actual footage of me doing the first one where it's just like, if you're listening to how hype I was on the verse, and then I get to the hook and I'm like, I'm still the best you ever do this, you know. I'm still the best to ever do it, that you know. Whoa, I'm still riding through my city on the low. And they didn't know I was gonna do that. So Rob was in the back like, man, when you gonna turn up? I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I got 5 different layers of this that I'm trying to do. You know, I always start with the low cools. That's what works for me first. Then I do my regular voice, and then that's when I warm my voice up to essentially sing if that's what I have to do. And that's what you'll hear on this hook. I'm still the best to ever do it, that you know. Well, I'm still riding through my city on the low. Yeah, I'm still dreaming about selling out a show. Yeah, I'm still rising to the top to get my dough. Let me get a couple more, Will. You know, I didn't have a lot of time with this. So how I heard the hook in my head I can only take a little bit of that credit. I knew when Sko the Hook Man Relly hopped out the whip, he was gonna add some flavor to the hook regardless, dog. That's just what he does. They challenged me. Like, they were stopping me, like, hit it like, oh, like, add some flavor, add some wave to it. So like, I was under their direction. In my head, you know, I thought that I was only just gonna, you know, rock to it like I did with my verse. And they was like, nah, man, add that twist, add some riffs to it. The funnest part to me is once my verse is laid and I have to interact with, you know, both the producer and the engineer. There'll be times where you'll kind of let the engineer do his own thing, but then it's also times where you'll give him suggestions on, you know, what particular sound you're going for. But when you guys meet and mesh in the middle, it just creates this bond of just like excitement in the moment. Like, oh yeah, play it back. Cause you know, his idea, and you're working with an extremely creative mind, your idea, another extremely creative mind. And when you meet in the middle, that's what you do it for, man, that collaboration. And it all just started with that instrumental. Like, without the beat, we wouldn't have been brought together. If it was just the producer and it was just me a cappella, we might create something, but nah, man, it's all about the beat. I got prepared by getting my mind in the right place. This is the first time I've recorded a song since I put out my EP last year. And I was kind of coming out of a rut of being inconsistent with music. So that's when the lies creep in. That's when oh, you're gonna forget the words, or oh, your voice doesn't even sound good. You don't know which way you're gonna hit it. That's when all that starts to creep in. But if you can just get back to your true self of having fun and knowing, you know, why you're doing this, like, not to make money, not to, you know, attract certain things, but to just make the music, to complete the project, and to share it with people. If you can remember that it's not about you and just get in the mode of like, I need to be my truest self to put out the best sound that this instrument can make, that's what I do. So I don't get nervous anymore. I don't make excuses. I just go to that place of remembering, like, it's not about me, it's about the music. So I hope, you know, some of the things that we shared challenge you as an artist to figure out, you know, how to stretch your creativity, how to keep going, how to get past excuses, to keep creating. Like, we want to work with you. Like, we want to help you. We want to see what you got. So hopefully, you know, you took something and I added value today. If you did, comment below, you know, shoot me a direct message, let me know. We can chop it up about, you know, different things, or, you know, you might even be able to give us some different tips on how you prepare. So we appreciate your time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.